Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris, what was the name of the Knife's second album?
The who?
The Knife. What was their second album called?
I have no fucking
Deep
clue.
Cuts. It's what we're doing right now.
Let's do some deep cuts on our season 5 list, Eric. We are down to the number of games that I said we were down to last episode.
8.
8. They are Bites and Kaitos, Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean, Final Fantasy 12, Kingdom Hearts, Shadow Hearts, Skies of Arcadia, Suikoden 3, Tales of the Abyss, and Xenosaga. You want to make the first move here?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. Look, we had our fun.
The suspense of however many weeks we've been doing this, the Kingdom Hearts would last. Yeah, you know, I feel like
it'd be fine.
I think it'd be fine, but I think that Kingdom Hearts would be more apt to appear in a season where we are specifically playing a game to punish ourselves.
Yeah, I also want us to do a season at some point where we have to take drugs every episode, and I think Kingdom Hearts would be the only way to get through that.
Phew. Now we're not going to get taken off the internet because we use Goofy's voice in a podcast, thank God. We have to do all of our own voice cuts. Work on your Donald voice, Eric. You got a year to do it.
Revoice the entire Kingdom Hearts in our own.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes. I think it's time for Suikoden 3 to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was looking at a Let's Play of that to see what the game just physically looked like.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of green, wooded countryside all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I can take that monotone, monochromatic Duckman.
I really want to replay Suikoden 3 sometime soon if I had the time, which I don't. But
I just thought it flowed naturally after 1 and 2. Like this is the most primed we'll ever be for Suikoden 3.
unless Suikoden revival really happens and they make more games and re-release them.
Good point.
That game actually has a really good localization. Goodbye, Suikoden 3. You were nice while you lasted, I guess.
Chris, tell me why we're keeping Xenosaga.
Destiny?
Yes, Destiny is the correct answer. I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah?
It is the chosen son, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be the son that's chosen.
Yes, I agree. So I think
we should keep Tales of the Abyss because it takes a radical turn into something I like to call anime.
okay.
I think that would present a unique challenge for me specifically and something to enjoy for you. I also think we should keep Skies of Arcadia.
Let's talk about what we really want to keep.
Yeah.
So we're keeping Xenosaga.
If you can fight for 2, what are you 2 that you fight for?
Can Xenosaga just be a
Xenosaga is a lock?
like
Okay,
that one's locked in,
All right.
okay?
Lock it in.
I also want to lock in Skies of Arcadia.
As do I.
Okay.
Legends.
Lock it in.
It's locked in.
Let's put 2 up against each other. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, let's put up Biting Kaitos versus Shadow Hearts.
I know nothing about either, really, other than cards. And Shadow Hearts is something that I regret not getting into.
I think Shadow Hearts is kind of fucked up in a way that would be good for the podcast.
In that it provides Kudelka, which is also good for the podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just think that like it doesn't have like a Victorian era, the Order 1888 kind of vibe to
86,
it.
please.
86, excuse me.
Yeah, I think so. Late 19th century, early 20th century.
Don't you fight on a train or something? Can anybody confirm this?
I don't know a thing about Shadow Hearts.
Cal L says Shadow Hearts doesn't have cards.
Doesn't have cards. I think the Shadow Hearts community is as underserved as the Xeno community was when we approached that. Like, it is a popular game, but no one's talking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are hungry.
Who even published that game?
I'm upset that I don't know that.
Well, anyway, Panda Pajamas says that Shadow Hearts starts on a train, so I was right about
like
that.
Age Tech or something like that?
Age Tech. Shaga32 says Biting Kaitos has a lot of the same team as Chrono Cross.
I thought they did Final Fantasy 11 in that period.
I think many of them did as well. I guess maybe the ones that left Square.
Dude, fucking Midway published Shadow Hearts.
Fucking Midway. Let's group Tales of Abyss into this too. Okay, so if it's Biting Kaitos, Shadow Hearts, and Tales of Abyss, what's number 1 for you?
If it's between Tales of the Abyss, Shadow Hearts, and Biting Kaitos, number 1, Shadow Hearts. Number 2, Tales of the Abyss. Number 3, Biting Kaitos.
Okay.
Because it's got cards in it.
Yeah, but this is your perfect opportunity to understand cards, Eric.
It's also my perfect opportunity to understand anime.
It's true. All right. Unless you want to cut Final Fantasy 12.
I don't want to cut Final Fantasy 12. I love that game.
I never finished Final
You know
Fantasy
how much
12.
voice dialogue that game has? That game's going to be a shit show if we have to do that. That'd be awesome.
I think we can cut Biting Kaitos.
I think that as well. I tried last episode.
Twice. All right.
So what's it down to now? We got to cut one more?
We got to cut one more.
What speaks to you, Chris? Shadow Hearts or Tales of the Abyss?
I think
Do you want anime or do you want Saknoth?
I think Shadow Hearts speaks to me more. Does it have vampires in it too?
I have no idea.
Does it have neck lords?
Ask me anything about Shadow Hearts.
Panda Pajama says Shadow Hearts has all sorts of demons. Panda Pajama says Shadow Hearts has the most fucked monster designs.
I do like fucked monster designs.
Cooked Pages says it contains vampires. Dragonzor says Shadow Hearts' main character is basically Vincent done better.
You know, between Suikoden 2 and the visual novels, I might be about vampired up.
I think I want to lock in Shadow Hearts.
Okay, it's locked in. So now it's between Final Fantasy 12 and Tales of the Abyss?
Is Tales of the Abyss the best Tales game to cover for our first Tales game?
Why are you asking me that?
I'm not asking you. I'm looking at you, but I'm not asking you. Okay, Panda Pajama says the answer is yes. Tales of Abyss has amazing world building, character development, and an atypical story. For some reason, Mr. Slikes says Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
It's a shadow.
Grace Wandiger says flip a bouncer. You want to flip a bouncer for the last slot?
If Shion Biohazard is face up, that is Final Fantasy. If we get play the action movie face up, that is Tales of the Abyss.
Okay, make sure when you flip it, you give it some rotation.
Yeah, I'm going to flip it, Chris.
Well, don't just throw it up there. All right.
Shion Biohazard face up. Final Fantasy 12 wins.
All right. Sorry, Tales of the Abyss crew. It's out. You lost. I'm sorry. All right, folks. Final four here are Final Fantasy 12, Shadow Hearts, Skies of Arcadia, and Xenosaga. You want to hear some hot sounds?
Yes.
Let's do a whole goddamn podcast. Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic Japanese role-playing games, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. Welcome back to Season 4. We're covering Suikoden 2, as you know. My name's Chris. I'm joined by Eric. Hello. Hi.
Chaldea Orchid?
Is that a bouncer thing?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Jesus. We're also joined by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who are listening to us record live. Hello, RealNet. And thank you for joining us. You can also join us with patreon.com/retroam and, be here. Be here live.
We're also joined by the FakeNet, our post-production AI companion, who is one of the masters of Tenin Rishin in Like a Dragon Ishin.
Initializing FakeNet.
I am calm, cool, and always collected. The perfect candidate to practice Tenin Rishin.
I have an important question about Like a Dragon Ishin.
Yes.
Is that a Shinsengumi game?
Don't know what that word means.
You haven't been introduced to Shinsengumi.
Oh, yes. No, them. Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know that means like an adjective. I only know it as a noun.
Okay. Yeah.
The best way I've heard that game described is it's like a Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Where familiar faces are playing classic roles.
Yes. Yes. Is Saito Hajime in that game?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think that's me.
Are you play as Saito Hajime?
Well, you're Kiryu.
Kiryu
also,
as Saito Hajime?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Saito Hajime was a character in an anime, which I cannot say the name of anymore because
I think he's a real guy.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Also, like Saito, and he keeps changing his name, but his first name, he keeps being Saito, so I don't know what the fuck his last name actually is. He changed it like 3 fucking times in this game already.
In both his... Yes. Is it Goro Fujima?
Goro Majima is Majima. He is in it, but he is not playing...
No.
Goddamn Tosa loyalist.
I'm talking about Saito Hajime's alias. Is it Goro something?
I don't think so. I don't think it's Goro.
Has he become a cop yet? Or is he already a cop?
He just went to cop school and beat up. He just killed a cop to become a cop.
Okay. Well, what are we doing?
We're going to Drakemouth Pass between Tigermouth.
Drakemouth, Tigermouth Pass.
Noise, birds chirp. Are we in a 2D plane side-scrolling our asses across the forest path, Chris?
Yeah, tall trees in the background.
Yeah.
Shout out to Suikoden trees that don't look like Suikoden trees.
No, it's like a Pacific Northwest thing suddenly happening out here.
Yes, we're going to the Pacific...
Dale Cooper. And we're running up obstacle course hills?
Yeah, craggy path.
Who the fuck built this? What are we doing?
It's a cinematic RPG now, Eric.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I guess so.
We also fight some new enemies out here. What'd you fight?
Some air lizards.
What are those?
They're burning blue dragon things.
Tiny fangs.
Yes.
Turn into F-Zero, carve fireballs, and zoom at my dudes.
Yeah? What else?
They breathe blue, fire-like breath, like those blue Taki snacks we had that one time.
Blue Taki snacks.
They were rolled up chips that were in taquito form, but they had blue flavor dust on them. They were Takis.
Was this something from last week or 20 years ago?
Yeah. No, about Thanksgiving.
I don't remember.
I got blue mouth from them.
I don't remember this at all.
I made a lot of blue myself jokes. Nothing?
No.
All right.
No.
Well, they dropped the Firefly rune, Chris. How about that?
Oh, cool. What's that do?
I don't know.
Oh.
Initializing FakeNet.
The wielder of the Firefly rune will more often be the target of enemies' single attack.
Enemies. Killer dog.
Yeah.
Ugly-ass gremlin face.
Emaciated hellhounds.
Brown tails and hands. Disgusting tube bodies. Red eyes.
Yeah. I only ran into one pack of killer dogs. Everything else was air lizards.
I slaughtered all the dogs, man.
Don't do that.
We reach a fork. Koyu says the north path will get to where we're going, but the west path will get to Tito. But he doesn't have time to go there just now. Then we reach some kind of summit. Then Koyu parties out and can't believe some shit. He says, it's a lie. No way. 3 men then approach.
Yeah, it's a cool-looking bandit man with a good bandana and some hefty sideburn chops. He's also got with him 2 strongest pissmans.
Yeah. It's Gijimu. He says, well, if it isn't Koyu. This doesn't seem like a welcoming greeting. Well, if it isn't Koyu, like, what are...
Yeah, and we're also, like, not privy to the information that Koyu has, because Koyu is, like, in the midst of not believing some shit.
Yeah.
But we can't see what's going on to the right, but Koyu can, and it's really confusing.
Like, yeah. Koyu can't believe some shit. He says it can't be, and I get the feeling this is not going to go the way Koyu thought it would.
Yes.
Gijimu continues, what a disgrace. We didn't think they'd come for a while, and all of a sudden a big force showed up. Then when we looked closely, we saw our own followers mixed in. We couldn't put the axe to them. We burned the barricade and destroyed the roads and bridges as we escaped so they couldn't follow.
So they all got turned into zombies.
I didn't know what was happening here. My next question was, is Gijimu from a different video game?
He kind of looks like it a little bit.
Yeah. He's not like really responding to what Koyu's saying.
Yeah.
He's like already on his own hero adventure in a different story.
Yeah.
Koyu asks what happened to his sister, Lo Wen.
Mm-hmm.
Gijimu's like, shit, man, I don't know. We all scattered. She's not the type to be done in easily, though. Koyu responds with, and where are the brothers? Gijimu, and I've lost track of what's happening, responds with, even we can't take things lying down. It looks like the zombies are heading towards Tinto. I don't like the idea, but I think we'll fight together with Gustav and Tinto.
Oh, okay. We've heard of him, I think.
Koyu apologizes to Lord Rio and Gijimu, and he's like, oh, fuck. He's like, is that Lord Rio you've got there with you?
Mm.
And I also want to believe now that Rio is the mythic figure, and like Koyu earns Gijimu's respect by bringing Rio, his sister, and the Bear Man, and whatever other 3
weirdos
ringers you brought. Yeah.
I don't know who I brought. More on that later.
Gijimu walks over and introduces himself and apologizes for making my boy come out here for this. Honestly, this seems accurate to being a hero of destiny, just intercepting people in the middle of whatever conflict, barely understanding what's going on, and blindly committing to help regardless of the circumstances.
Yes.
Gijimu says we should go to Tinto. They probably won't listen to us bandits, but if you who defeated Luca say something, then Gustav will listen. And again, that is, they know Rio defeated Luca.
Yes, yes.
The propaganda has spread properly for not only for Shu, but also for Jowie.
The legend grows.
Yeah.
Victor joins the chat. He says that this is a good chance and we should go to Tinto. If they really feel it relates to them, the people of Tinto can't turn away from the issue. If things go well, you can get them to fight on our side.
Gijimu tells Koyu to take us there while he goes and gets the rest of his boys. If you speak to Gijimu again, he laments losing to strange guys.
Yeah, I hate losing to strange guys.
So, Necklord, strange guy. Zombies, strange guys.
Oh, I wonder if there is some sort of literal translation for zombie that is just strange guy.
Guys.
Yeah.
I think so. Zombies and vampires are strange guys. His bros want to strike the enemies of their fallen comrades. If you keep heading east, you'll get to a very broken bridge that drops off a mountain. So where did these guys come from?
Well, he said a minute ago that they crossed the bridge and burned it so the zombies couldn't follow them.
Okay, good. I totally heard you say that, missed it, and wrote it down and also missed it.
Well,
great.
These things happen.
Fucking human brains. So we head off west. As we progress, the trees turn from living to dead and the ground gets a bit rockier.
Yeah.
What do you read into that? Everything's dead?
The earth is scorched. Yeah.
Blind as sour gauge?
I think that that's just the way it is out here. Like the other side of these mountains, it's very arid.
Less oxygen.
Yeah.
More pollution because of the mining town type
Maybe.
thing.
Yes.
So then I get to Tiger Mouth Village, which is like the village on the other side of the mountain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tiger Mouth Village. Yeah.
Outskirts of Tinto plays.
There's also another track with the exact same song
It's the exact same song.
called Withered Earth.
Yes.
So, okay, just want to make sure. By the way, this is another track that was adapted into a Suikoden intro. The intro to the second volume of Suikoden was, this track was used to set to that anime.
That'll be in our bonus series coming up soon.
At some point on patreon.com/retroam. Koyu pops out and says, feels like something's going to happen. There's no soldier in the guard station. Let's just move on to Tinto. It's just north of here.
That's not the greatest, right? Feels like something's going to happen. That's me. I'm like, oh, fuck, this town's going to be overrun.
I've got a feeling. Now we got to walk around this dirt-ass town and talk to some NPCs.
Guy by a well says the well's for everyone. Water is precious around here. You could even call it everyone's well of life.
Yes. You know what happens if you inspect that well, Eric?
You read more poetry like well of life?
No, it says, deep well. Gengen would like it.
Oh, because he likes deep water? Why would he like it?
It said that it said the exact same thing at the well at the mercenary fort.
My guy likes wells? What is with Gengen and wells?
I don't know, but you know what I had to do?
Throw him in it?
Go back and get Gengen and see if he would respond to this.
Oh yeah, did you do that?
Yeah.
Did he?
No.
Absolutely not.
But now I have Gengen with me.
Got you here for this well.
Yeah.
Level 17 man. Another guy by the well is against the way Mayor Gustav is doing things. This guy doesn't think Torin or the grasslands are worth the fuss.
Ooh, the grasslands.
There's a chick in the south corner. It says, pee-pee.
Pee-pee-chan.
One guy doesn't give a shit. That's all I've got for NPCs.
You didn't get to the tomato seedling?
The guy by the well, he doesn't give a shit about that South Window was defeated. That's it. Those cowards would be no match for the Highland Army anyway.
Yes.
Another guy thinks the pale woman staying at the inn sure is pretty.
Oh.
Pretty pale woman.
Some little kid says there's a guy named Marlowe who lives in Tinto. Marlowe sometimes teaches us songs and stories.
Second Marlowe drop.
Yes. Yeah, let's go in some buildings.
Center of town NPC house. Old book volume 8 on the shelf.
Oh, yeah.
Dude in here thinks Highland is going to win the battle against the grasslands. And I'm like, they keep bringing up the grasslands. Is that next? Is that after Tinto?
Yes. Sort of, kind of. Most of the grassland stuff is seeding some things for Suikoden 3, but we also do have some grasslands plot stuff later, too.
Interesting. I don't remember that.
Well, check your notes.
Right.
We don't go there, but like there's some talk.
The other two guys in here comment on all the fighting going on.
This house has a shelf lined with cookbooks, an earthenware pot for keeping water, a bookshelf, an old book volume 8, and a wooden chest.
Bottom left NPC house.
Mm-hmm.
The guy here says, my son talks about difficult subjects, but doesn't work at all. Okay, man.
Okay.
That is absolutely a developer commenting on his own kids.
It's probably
All talk, no knowledge, no practice.
All
Get to work.
shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
His kid, I guess the other guy here is here, but all he talks about are the lamb trag and bandits. So, Chris, their own legends are spreading
Oh,
around.
myths and legends. There's some items in here. A fun picture book. Is that porn? A fun picture book?
No, it's a picture book.
Oh, okay. Wooden chest, shelf lined with cookbooks, earthenware pot for keeping water.
The appraiser, there ain't shit here.
Yeah, they're making a little girl cook in here because her brother is sick. In here, there's an earthenware pot for keeping water. And then it says, looks tough to bring water for it. Looks tough to bring water for it.
Water for it.
Yeah.
It looks tough.
Yeah, it's tough, man. What else?
Top middle NPC house.
Mm-hmm.
The dude here doesn't think Gustav should take a stand against Highland. Even though Highland has wrecked shit across the board, they should be okay here. Chris, they'll never come to our door.
No, of course
No
not.
way.
It won't happen. In here, I found a wooden shelf, a wooden chest, various tools are lined up, earthenware pot for keeping water, and wooden chest.
The kid here wants to join the Fake Nuts army, and thank God his dad told him no.
Yes, please. We have enough children in our army.
Finally, I go to the inn.
Yeah.
90 potch per person, which is 10 potch more than our previous Drake mouth.
Mm-hmm.
A child girl says the woman who is always sleeping here sure is strange.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I kick in that door. In bed is Sierra,
Yes, a pale woman with a blue headband.
portrait character. She's asleep, but she says, Susu.
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 Su. Is that some sort of onomatopoeia thing? So is that the Japanese onomatopoeia for snoring?
Sure.
I guess. For Z.
Fake net, what's the Japanese onomatopoeia for snoring?
Initializing fake net.
Sayasuya describes the state of someone sleeping comfortably and quietly, accompanied by the sound of light breathing. Sasudio is also the first track on Phil Collins' third solo studio album, No Jacket Required.
Inside here, I also found an earthenware pot for keeping water, which I'm sick of saying. Various tools are lined up in a wooden chest.
You did this to yourself.
I also observed some items laying in town. When you want to hear what they are?
Yeah.
You know, we're running out of towns here. We've only got a few left before we finish this game.
So what super interesting things did you see here that I
And-
need to know about?
And I want to be thorough.
Yeah.
Because when we first started a JRPG podcast, this is the kind of content I wanted to deliver to the world.
Yeah.
So are you ready?
Yeah. Earn the rock, paper, scissors badge, please.
Pot of water for washing feet, barrel of wine, pot of water, barrel of water, bicycle drawn cart, empty pot, barrel filled with cloth, barrel of water, empty barrel,
pot of water, iron bucket, bundled firewood, bundled rope, pail for scooping up water, bundled firewood, barrel of oil, pail for scooping up water, deep well, Game would like it.
Chris, I salute the amount of work that was. However, I only have one question drawn from that entire list. Bicycle? They have bicycles?
a bicycle drawn cart. It's like one of the, it's like those carts that have like a bunch of hay in them. It's probably not drawn by a bicycle. It's probably drawn by a horse, but they wrote bicycle.
Okay, so...
Do you think that they would have been able to do a little bit more on the localization if they didn't have to translate all these goddamn items?
No, it's easy. Items are just nouns.
Okay. But still work. Work's work.
I'm just saying, it's compared to political negotiations at a hilltop conference where there's Soul Eater runes hanging out. You know,
That's true.
pile of shit next to a house is pretty easy. I exit the town.
Yeah, let's go back to the world map real quick.
Music, adventurous journey plays when we walk west to in some dirt shit road.
Yeah, there's some enemies out here.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Ghost slugs.
Fuck yeah, fiery red version of the last slug.
Yeah. And skeletons.
Skeleton men. They're wearing maroon boots. Some have swords. One has a spear.
Yeah, they fall apart when they die too.
Yeah,
they
it's
don't,
nice.
They don't just fade out.
Not
into
really satisfying bone clacking sound effects.
Yeah, you do need good bone clanking.
Final Fantasy 12, excellent bone clanking sound effects.
We'll see what happens. I went back to headquarters real quick to drop off some seedlings and animals. And when I was doing that, I found a stallion running around in the livestock pen. He says, "I'm trying to run faster than this breeze. That's my goal in life."
I can run faster than the breeze quite frequently.
Outrun the
It's
wind.
5
yeah.
miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, not the other day probably though, when it was windy.
It was like 25. Jesus. Crom Village.
Yeah, I picked up Wakaba on the way, by the way.
Great.
Yeah, do you have Wakaba with
Probably.
you now? Probably. You need
When necessary.
You need Wakaba right now.
Music, outskirts of Tinto's place.
Yeah. NPCs out here?
Dirt town, houses made from silver stones, dead trees and bushes everywhere.
Yep.
It's like, do you read this as the land is dying and the town is dying, or that's just the way it is here?
I think it's just the way it is. Like, all of their industry here is all centered around the mining operation in Tinto. And a lot of the NPCs do talk about how, like, all of their shit comes from trade from the grasslands.
Oh, yeah. That's good. I guess as we don't see the grasslands that I really don't understand the trade thing, because as far as I know, they've had one tomato seedling and we took it.
Yes.
NPCs, the guy here tells me about Tinto's mine and that only the mining guild members are allowed to enter. Chris, Tinto is unionized.
Yes. Unionize the blacksmiths.
Another guy here got trapped in an incident at the mine. He quit after that. Chris, bad union.
Yeah. He also said that Elon Musk was going to build him a robot, but he was actually just wanking off his own ego.
Yeah, it didn't happen. He just built a hole in the desert for one car.
Yeah. Dude says, with the invasion of the Republic of Torin 3 years ago, we would have won if the guys from South Window hadn't run away.
Still bringing that shit up, huh?
Yeah, that fucking shit, dude. Well, I tried to take, Tier McDowell was trying, excuse me, not Tier McDowell, he left. LaPont was trying to, get things organized. He was trying to install a fucking government. Leave him alone.
Money moves.
Strong Guy, which is, I guess, a guy with no sleeves, says that the village manages to get by trading goods from the mines of Tinto and goods from the western grasslands, which is what I just said. Cool.
Congratulations.
Some kid heard it.
Chris.
Yeah, thanks. Some kid heard a snort in the mines.
A snort?
A snort.
A snort.
I think that means that there has been nefarious activity down there. Snorting.
Yes. And zombies.
Right. Zombies snort, notoriously. It's the only communication method other than moaning, snorting.
You want to go near the end and have something weird happen?
Yeah. A guy runs out when we get near the end, then Wakaba parties out.
It's like, hey, master.
Elsie Chan, portrait character. Chris, you've met Elsie Chan already, right?
Yeah, we met him in Rock Axe if you did not have Wakaba in your party. And he was just sitting there eating like Goku.
Turns to face Wakaba and speaks. Wakaba, you're not neglecting your training, are you? Chris, I love the setup. This has the vibe of the time I saw my baseball coach wasted at Mr. Gaddy's. And he struggled to remember who I was and asked if I was still catching fly balls in right field. You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck. He's like, his brain's like, oh, fuck, baseball shit. Fuck. Elsie Chan's like, what, Wakaba, surely you're doing your training still, right? Even though he's like in the middle of his own crime.
Yeah.
Wakaba replies with curious punctuation. No, sir. Master right as Elsie Chan exits stage right.
Yes.
Then what happens?
The innkeeper comes out steaming.
Oh, no.
Apparently this motherfucker is a Dine and Dasher.
Yeah. Victor.
Victor, also a former Dine and Dasher, proves that one can still become great, but, still, fucking
Pay for your food.
pay your bill. Wakaba drops dots and parties back in. But then we can find LC Chan back behind the item shop. He's not whacking to his heart's content. He is...
in the editing process, nobody will know.
Yeah, I know. He's hiding from his pursuer. Wakaba hollers for Master. LC Chan notes that Wakaba's training has progressed. Wakaba notes that she's learning something new every day.
Do you think Elsie Chan is drunk or just a thief?
I think he's just a fucking asshole.
Okay.
Yeah, and Wakaba is too pure, too naive to understand this guy fucking sucks. She begins to inquire about the Dine and Dash situation. LC Chan just says, well, the legs are the base of the body and the basis of unarmed combat. Strengthen them and you strengthen your base.
I do picture him slurring this. I
Yes.
know you think he's just an asshole, not a drunk, but he's like, you tricked you the slur.
Wakaba believes this advice to be amazing.
I think she buys into it too. Like, I think she legitimately believes it's amazing.
Yes, her eyes light up. Then suddenly, LC Chan tells Wakaba to be silent. The steaming innkeeper is still in the hunt. Wakaba's sweat drops. LC Chan tells Wakaba to quiet your mind and body while you train, Wakaba. LC Chan's like, who is this guy with you? Wakaba introduces me, the leader of the Franz army. He uses Tonfar.
You know what's funny about Tonfar? In Virtual On, rather than Tonfa, the video game, it says Tonfar.
I mean, maybe that's another way.
Yeah. So, I've seen that multiple places, that's all.
And his name is Rio. He's really strong. LC-chan then gets in a stance, and Rio matches it with a tonfa twirl.
Yeah, they do sick moves in front of each other.
Yeah. LC-chan puts his fists away. Also, Rio chills out. LC-chan says, woo, even I, the great Long Chan-chan,
Okay.
could not get past your guard. You have found a worthy teacher, Wakaba. Who is this man?
She already told him that.
Wakaba's like, yeah, I just told you that. LC-chan can't believe this shit. Wakaba can't believe this shit, but different shit. Long Chan-chan is going to lend us his strength until this war is over. LC-chan joined the group. LC-chan is then directed to the castle, a place he's been before. Like, she says you've been there before.
I can imagine him trying to hustle Leonis for a free meal or something and then not even telling Wakaba about it.
They should have had him, like, just randomly appear at the bar just eating.
Yeah, you would just see him once. That'd be great.
But he would only show up if Wakaba was not in your party.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Maybe they meant to do that. Who knows? Anyway, he wonders if perhaps Rio can teach him some of Ginkaku's way of fighting. Wakaba's like, "What, Master, shouldn't you pay for your meal?" LC-chan says, "Of course. He was just testing your memory." It's like when the teacher's like, "Oh, just, 3 + 2 = 6. Oh, I was just testing you, making sure you're paying attention, guys."
You can see the flask on my desk. That's
No.
going in the drawer now.
No. You want to hear about Long Chan-chan?
Tell me all about Long Chan, Chris.
Long Chan-chan, excuse me.
Perk up, Chris. Get energized. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, I should have let you do that part, so I would be perked up for this, but I
know.
fucked up.
See, you got to keep going. Power through it.
I
Be
got
a professional.
in the moment. Let's turn the monitor.
that pen down.
I put the monitor around the you read it. Long Chan-chan is the Chihi star of the Orphan Star. That should be Rio. Rio should be the Orphan Star, right? LC-chan has a weapon. It's called the Fists. The Knuckles, the Echidna, the Killer Knuckles, the Echidna, and the Power Knuckles, the Echidna.
Echidna, also a bouncer character.
The Bouncer.
The bouncer.
LC-chan can participate in the Flash attack, which is with Bolgan Gantetsu, a guy we met but we don't have yet, and himself, of course.
Gantetsu's the guy in
South Window.
who's just in the center of town.
He's like, I'm a great priest. Fuck
Yeah.
you. And he can also participate in the Twin Fighter attack with Wakaba. Investigations. Secret number 1, named Long Chan-chan, age 33. He's from the Southlands. His position is the infantry.
I thought he was like 55.
Yeah, me too. Secret number 2, master and student are a potent force when fighting together. You should check it out. Secret number 3, he's the father of the dragon style of fighting, all right. He thought it up himself. He's one tough little dude. Secret number 4, Wakaba is his only pupil right now, but one day he wants to have a dojo with 1,000 in it. Suggestion box. Life lesson number 1, to live is to fight.
Agree.
Life lesson number 2, life is war.
That's the same as the first one, but yes.
Life lesson number 3, speak with your fist.
I don't know about that. I find plenty of other ways to talk unless I'm using ASL.
Cook-off introduction. In the dragon style of fighting, he teaches the first step in body preparedness is a full stomach. He loves Chinese food. It's Long Chan-chan. That's all I've got for Long Chan-chan.
NPC house, top right.
Sure, why not?
Tenko, a portraited old man with a neat hat, is here in the back left room,
Yeah,
kneeling at a table.
scholarly-looking old feller.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Says, oh, a visitor all this way in the mountains? A long time ago, I used to be a pretty well-known window maker. If you have a window set on you, which I do, Tenko will continue. Hey, boy, isn't that a window set you have there? Brings back memories. Tenko then asks to buy our window set only because he's feeling a little nostalgic. We get some choices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but join us in exchange. 10,000 poch or 1 million poch.
Oh, you
Can
should.
we get 1 million poch in this game? Doesn't the counter only go up to 99?
Yes, and I would know because I use Game Shark sometimes when I need money.
Oh, Chris has been cheating in the video game, I see.
Yeah.
Not me. I know this works, dude. Join me. Dude is like, join you? What does that mean? Fade to black, and I suppose we tell Tenko our life story. Comes back, he says, hey, boy, I didn't realize you were such an important person. What a surprise, I understand. I'll help you. Tenko joined the group. He guesses we'll make use of his skill again after such a long time. Chris, what skill would you make use of again after such a long time?
Like a skill that I've already had that I've lost that I want back.
That's correct.
Can I have 2?
Yes.
Shooting free throws
Okay. It's very valuable in today's society.
and putting together Gundam kits because I haven't had time to do that lately. That was my one hobby that was sacrificed to me going back to school. So I've sacrificed,
You've
like
lost
the
it.
fucking Metal Gear sitting in there with 45% done.
Ashamed of yourself.
Yes.
Is it more % done than Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Made a bigger dent. Tell me all about Tenko.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Tenko. Tenko is the cheery star of the Star of Justice. He, of course...
Well, you said that it was like you defeat in your voice. Try again.
Yeah. HQ services. You can change your windows, Eric. You know, window sets. Give them to him. Change your window sets. Richmond Investigations. Secret number 1 named Tenko, age 67. He's from Crom. In the Tinto Principality. According to rumors, someone on the mountain path to the Torin Republic picked up a window set. Secret number 3. He said if you see a window set in Greenhill, please buy it for him. He sounded kind of desperate.
Like a rare find to me, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Suggestion box. Window set. I saw a window set in Greenhill. I wonder what happened to it. Fucking, he really wants this Greenhill window set zone. Cook-off introduction. He's a kindly old window maker who hates sweet things. He loves spicy rice crackers. It's Tinko!
We leave this house completely empty.
No, there's some things in here to read about, Eric. 2 books in here. 1, Wonderful Window World. Number 2, Window, the truth. Truth about windows.
We leave this house absent of life and interesting objects. And I go to the inn. Where do you go?
Yeah, I can go to the inn.
The guy behind the counter is thankfully the same guy who chased LC-chan. I was really worried about that. They were going to get a different NPC.
Yeah.
120 poch per person. Chris, some Muse refugees are staying here.
Oh, they are?
That's all I've got.
Yeah, I went to the item shop next.
Yeah.
Bought a magic ring from the Rare Finds. Also bought some Capes of Darkness from the shop. The lady says all the food Crom uses is imported from the grasslands. Kid says his grandpa makes good bread. In here also is a Tinto city guide and a bookshelf lined with useful books. You want to go to the trading post next?
Last place I went. There's an old man on a bench. He's not a trader, but his wife doesn't like him hanging around the house all day.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of the house.
Yeah. Go to the coffee shop. If you actually speak with a trading post guy to do some trading, which
no, I don't do any
why
trading.
would you if you already have Gordon? He has an exit message that you can barely see sometimes. Remember that one lady said something about joshing us or something? Yeah. He says, if you find seed of holly or a book, sell it to me.
Holly seeds from Holly Boys.
Book. Some guy asked me if I'm in here to buy these gold nuggets, which I thought he was trying to make a D's nuts joke.
No.
Want to see my golden nuggets?
My gold nuggets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also some items laying around here. We've got the Grasslands Guide. Also, we've got recommended trade route. Crystal Ball from Crom to Cobalt Village. Gold Nugget from Crom to Matilda. Musk from Matilda to Crom. Trading good samples from various places. And also, I noticed, not an inspectable item, but there is a line graph behind the counter of line graphs.
Yes, I know. Not enough cyanide capsules here for me to take, though, right?
Yes, sorry. Big NPC house, Chief's house.
Go
there.
for it.
Yeah?
I didn't go there, but you can tell me about it.
The guy in here says this is the village chief's house. If someone important visits, it's also used as guest lodging. The chief says he's
Wouldn't
the
they
chief.
use the inn for that?
I guess,
All right, whatever.
The inn sometimes is full. Just read the Bible.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we'll stay in the barn.
Uh-huh.
Lay him in a manger. The chief says he's the chief. The chief's son says his father is his dad and is the chief. Upstairs, you can inspect a bookshelf. It says, interesting reading. These books are for everyone. Books for everyone, Eric. Like,
A library.
Yeah. No, like books that apply to everyone.
What does that mean?
Like a book that anybody could pick up and read. Like, it's a
Goodnight Moon?
really readable books. Like, I don't know, the Da Vinci Code.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, sure. How much of your soul do you have left?
Almost none.
Okay, well, do you want to hear what items are laying around town?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Ready? Items laying around this town. What town are we in? Crom?
Yeah, we're in Crom, buddy.
Old pot. Barrel of salted fish. Empty wooden box. Firewood for heating. Pan for scooping up water. Firewood for heating. Pot filled with water. Baskets are piled up. Bundle of firewood. Pot filled with water. Barrel of oil. Barrel of rubbish. Barrel filled with rainwater. Old pot volume 2. Old pot volume 3. Wooden pail. Bicycle drawn car. Barrel filled with holly berries. Moving slightly. The holly berries are moving. Maybe a little holly boys in there stuck in there. Wooden box of Chinese cabbage. Empty wooden box. Basket of holly berries. Basket for putting goods in. Bundle of firewood. Bundle of firewood. Barrel of salt. Barrel of oil. Pail for scooping up water. Old pot volume 4. Old pot volume 5.
Well, Chris, thank you for those wonderful descriptions. And there's nothing more I want to do now than go explore yet another city. And thank God that's what we get to go now because Tinto is right up on the way.
Yeah, it's a big city too.
Outskirts of Tinto plays in Tinto, or Withered Earth, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Take a long mountain path up to the city. Tinto appears to be another worker-focused dirt town settlement, a mining town, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stone buildings are constructed right up against the side of a mountain.
Yes. It's a cool looking place, actually. It's much different than the places we've been.
With the NPC, yeah, this one actually has some character to it as opposed to just poverty.
Yeah.
All the fucking guys here are wearing brown hats and denim overalls. So that's the uniform of the mine worker.
Yes,
Chris.
the worker guys.
The first guy appears to be proud of Tinto's mine, suggesting we're going to see shit here we've never seen anywhere else before in our
Yeah.
lives.
Mm-hmm.
But another man warns of the danger of the mine.
Yeah.
They call the mayor their boss. Chris, can the mayor also be boss of the mine? Isn't that a conflict of interest?
I think the mayor should be separate from industry unless you have a centralized economy, which they do. They're socialists.
That's a perfect answer. Thank you, Chris.
Yes.
There's a conveyor belt elevator machine on the right side of town. A dude catches me staring at it and seems offended. He's like, what? It takes the dirt away. Did you get that?
Yeah, it's like one of those fucking pulley system things.
To get the dirt away.
Yeah, get the dirt away.
But he to me, I interpreted that like, don't judge us, city boy, by our dirt conveyor.
Yeah, we're just trying to get our dirt out of the way.
This is a job, sir. What is your job? Fighting?
I feel like he's anthropomorphized this weird pulley system. Like he's given it a
Maybe he built it.
a
Maybe it's
persona.
like maybe he's in charge of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever gender your car?
No, I'm not weird.
Okay.
Well, I am weird, but not in that way.
I walk over to an elevator and accidentally take the elevator up to the mine area.
Yeah.
The guy at the top of the elevator, he says, that gadget is something a strange man named Adlai made some years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go near it, it's dangerous. Chris, who's Adlai?
He's our elevatorman.
That's right.
Yes.
Is this like a prototype?
Maybe so.
Like he tested shit out here?
He loves elevators.
I got a power ring from a mine cart. Can you
Cool.
believe that?
No, I can't.
A guy says they get all the mine. The only things they get from here, iron ore and some silver.
Oh, it's just some silver.
A little bit.
That's why they're having the vampire problem.
That's right. Well, no, silver's for werewolves, right?
It's true. They're right. We have not seen any werewolves here.
No,
so,
not yet.
Yeah.
The blacksmith here, what's unique?
What?
The blacksmith can take our items up.
To weapon level 13.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Cool.
I
Isn't
love-
it weird we don't have a blacksmith yet in our castle?
Yeah, seems a little bit disjointed. And I love the idea of handing a regular blacksmith the Star Dragon sword
Yeah.
and saying, here, you make this better.
Yeah, please.
Someone inside the blacksmith said Tinto's blacksmith is so good because of all the resources they get from the mine. And I'm like, that actually makes sense.
Yes, finally.
Good job, guys. Item store?
Yeah.
The NPC in here doesn't trust their idea of magic scrolls.
Yeah, and I don't think that we do either because we have not talked about magic scrolls in this game at all.
A little bit. I mean, I think I used them in the beginning of the game when they're basically just magic spells that are consumable items.
Yes, yes.
A little bit. And later we'll find someone who can convert runes into scrolls.
Mhm.
Anything else at the item store?
Nope.
In.
Yeah. There's a basket of holly berries.
Wow. Are those moving this time?
Nope, these aren't moving. All the holly boys are dead.
And rotting. The dude tells me, here you go. The men from the mines eat a lot. That helps me too. Ha ha ha.
Okay.
100 potch per person for this city.
Hmm.
That's all I got for the end.
Yeah?
Bottom left, middle NPC house. A
Sure.
guy in here has Unicorn Plans 3. He wants to make sure we give these to a good sculptor. I feel satisfied having drawn this.
Do you now understand that, like, we've been getting these plans the whole game, but we didn't really know what they were for, but finally someone's saying these are for a sculptor.
Yes, and it is fucked that you're getting a lot of these plans, a lot of these window sets for some pretty late game stuff, and you have very limited storage in
Yes.
this game. So it's like, are they selling these?
Yeah.
I need more storage in my remaster.
The bookshelf in here has got a mining history book, also a wooden box of Chinese cabbage, and you know how sometimes when you find items in the boxes and stuff like that, it will give you the description of the item, then it will pause for a second, and then it will say, oh, you found a power ring or whatever, you know? When you inspect the wooden box here, it says, wooden box of Chinese cabbage. Then it pauses and it says, what's that? A bug.
Fooled your ass.
Yes.
Got you.
Earthenware pot filled with water, just like all the other fucking houses.
Yeah, wow, you sound super jazzed to be finding all these things and writing them down with your mouth.
Mhm.
The house next to this, Chris?
Yeah.
Guy in here has dragon plans.
Yeah, he says he's a great engineer, and there's no comparison to the man next door.
He hints at a rivalry with the guy next door, and I love neighbors who hate each other.
Yeah, remember Gen and Commandal?
You mean the best part of Suikoden 1?
Yeah.
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 Let me lug this combustion engine 4,000 feet south.
That should have been a mini game. The guy in here has a basket of fruit. Also, he has on his bookshelf a easy to read book for bedtime.
For bedtime. That's good. What is your bedtime book these days?
Marvel Comics Daredevil.
Excellent.
Yeah, I read Daredevil every fucking night. I love Daredevil. I've really gotten into Daredevil. Daredevil's great.
Does it affect your dreams, kid?
No.
Oh, that sucks. I wish you could be Daredevil in your dreams, Chris.
No,
I want that for you.
No, then I'd be blind. I don't want to
Think about it. You can't see in your dreams anyway, can you?
That's true.
You're seeing inside your mind, which is what Daredevil does.
Yeah. Also, I was raised Catholic, just like Matt Murdock.
That's right.
Damn.
You're friends with Fulton from Mighty Ducks, just like me.
Yes.
Armor store. Alberto is here. He's a portrait character. He says he used to live in Muse, but was driven out by the Highland Army. Quote, all of my friends are spread out all over. That's what growing up is, Chris.
Yes.
He's glad he has a part-time job at his armor shop, though. Physical labor is okay, but he feels he may lose his finger. Dude in the back says Alberto is looking for a person named Annalie.
Hey, we know her.
I know Annalie. If you have her with you, will she do something here?
You can't party her.
Oh, you can't? That's right. She doesn't. Okay.
Yeah. So I think there's no one here to tell. I guess Victor doesn't know, and Nami have not met Annalie yet.
Dude, I bet when like Rio knows the stars of destiny, like he can sense them. But I think Victor and Flick, when they see people like Alberto, who like doesn't like physical labor, afraid to lose, like, don't let Rio talk to him. He's going to recruit him, get him away from him. Don't let him see him.
They don't know about the stars of destiny.
I don't know Annabelle, Annalie, whatever. Finally, I go to the house at the top of the hill. I think it's a church, but it's not. It's a Union Safety Hall. The guy outside says this place was built to pray for the safety of the mines. With these kinds of characters, not many attend services. Miners, atheists confirmed.
Yes. Finally, a whole town of atheists. Just what we've been looking for.
A maid lady in here says, I do cleaning as my part-time job. The place where God lives is so filthy. It's a great line.
I missed this. That's hilarious.
A dude in here is also from Harmonia. He says he would have been better off without the money. What? Like, did they pay like this priest to come here and bless this mess?
Is it like when they pay a doctor to go to, like a doctor gets an incentive to go be a doctor in a small, dismal backwater?
I think you're thinking of Doctors Without Borders, and I thought that was volunteer service.
No, I'm talking about like if you want to name a dismal backwater.
Nitro, West Virginia.
Oh, yeah. Like Nitro, West Virginia is out of doctors. Right?
Oh, okay. So they'll like give one here extra incentive to go treat the people there.
Yes.
Okay. I see.
Or to work at the hospital or something. Yeah.
It's a good analogy. You're on fire with the analogies tonight. I'm really impressed.
Thanks.
Basement floor is a huge cathedral where a boss fight will surely happen later.
Oh, shit. Can't wait.
It's a shitload of stained glass windows, either a massive painting or a sculpture up top.
Well, you can't have a showdown with Necklord without a stained glass window.
I know. I saw this and I was like, there's no seating here. This is clearly a cathedral to battle somebody.
Yeah.
Then I leave the church. Atop a set of stairs, apparently sculpted into the side of a mountain, is a large house, basically compound sized. There are 2 brown and red banners on both sides of the entry door. Someone is standing out front. This is Rora.
Yeah.
A red-haired, headbanded lady.
She's got a fancy Cleo hat on.
Yeah, one of those things. Just, oh, is it you? I'm Rora, which I have to like slow down to say because I want to say Laura, but I can't.
Yeah.
I visited my friend Jean's house, but couldn't find her. This is Two River City, isn't it? Chris, it's another lost lady. We get some choices. If it's Jean, you want our, or Two River is not here, but, or I don't know. If you tell her Two River isn't here, she wanders off somewhere else. You gotta go find her there. But I tell her about Jean because I want Rora.
Yeah.
She says she's Jean's friend, and she says Jean asked her about the secret of making scrolls. It fades to black as we tell yet another pretty lady our entire life story.
Yeah.
Comes back, Rora's like, oh shit, you're the Fake Nuts Army leader. And Jean is at your castle? Rora asks where the castle is, then apologizes because she's going to be troubling us for a bit. Rora joined the group. Rora moves to leave, just as a Rio teardrop emotes.
She walked the wrong way. The joke, she doesn't.
Yes.
That's the joke.
Rio is crying. She'll get there anyway, Chris.
Yeah.
If I want to go home tonight, I can walk left and get there in about 40 years, or I can walk right, get in my car and go home.
That works too.
You can get to anywhere by going any direction, really, if you think about it.
If you think about it,
you're fucking stupid.
You want to hear about Rora?
Yeah, tell me about Rora.
She's the Chico Star, the Cunning Star. She, of course, will open up a scroll shop at the headquarters there on your Merchant Row area. Richmond Investigations, secret number 1, age unknown.
Good.
From unknown. Position, magic unit. Note, scroll maker.
And she will open up a store at the castle to make scrolls.
Secret number 2, Jean and Aurora seem like they know each other well, but I can't seem to find out where they met. Secret number 3, scroll making is mysterious, all right. She takes the power of crystals and puts them into vellum.
Crystal meth, I believe, Chris.
Oh, it's really amazing. Suggestion box, extra crystals. If you've got extra crystals, bring them to me. You can't find the scrolls I make everywhere. Give them a try.
I fucking hate how it calls runes crystals. Can we not just like make it the same word, please?
A crystal is the physical object. The rune is the symbol.
Yeah, but I give her runes and she makes scrolls.
Yeah, I agree with you. Cook-off introduction. Rumors are flying about this beautiful and mysterious card maker's relationship with Jean. It's Rara Puddin'.
Finally, I approach the guard at the front of this compound, which I think is called the Guild Hall.
Gildle.
Dude on the roof says,
Oh, wait, no, can't do that yet. Sorry, we gotta get all the stuff in town. There's stuff in town. All of the fucking place. We gotta inspect it all. Comprehensive podcast, Derek. Iron bucket, worn out shovel, thrown away rope, pot filled with water, barrel of vegetables, iron bucket, dirty pot, worn out shovel, hand cart for carrying materials, pot filled with water, barrel full of medicinal herbs, hand cart full of materials. I found a power ring inside of here. Iron bucket, hand cart leaning against something, hand cart for carrying minerals, a pot of water for washing hands, a pot of water for washing hands, hand cart leaning against something, abandoned shovel, pickaxe, barrel of water, pot of water for washing hands, pot of water for washing hands, iron bucket, hand cart for carrying minerals, a set of tools for digging minerals, hand cart full of materials, shovel for digging minerals, bucket with a hole, pickaxe, hand cart leaning against something, hand cart for carrying materials, shovel for digging materials, hand cart of minerals, pot of water for washing hands. Empty pot. That's all I've got for Tintos.
Thank you. You provided valuable service for this podcast, Chris. I'm sorry I crumpled up my notes and threw them at you while you were reading.
Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
I'm not sorry.
I think that's the last town, isn't it?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, that was my swan song right there.
There you go. You did it. You major blowout the entire time.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you. You did a good thing. You're a good person. People like you.
Thanks. Are we going to go in this guild hall?
Yeah, we are.
All right.
I approach the guard at the front of the compound, which is called the Guild Hall, but there's a dude in the roof. He says, Boss Gustav is kind of rough. The only thing he likes is mining tools and his daughter. So work well or you'll get a thrashing.
Okay.
He's all about work and family, Chris. Who are you, he says. Victor speaks for me, the one who cannot speak. We come from the Fake Nuts Army. We want to see Mayor Gustav, please. The guard leaves, tells us to wait here. Koyu thinks everything is all quite a flurry.
Quite a flurry.
Everything is all in quite a flurry. Victor lays it out. Until now, these guys never thought they'd be attacked. It's true they're surrounded by mountains, making a natural fortress, but a corpse doesn't care if the road is flat or not.
Mm-hmm.
Koyu responds to that with some spice. All they've cared about up to this point is saving their own necks, so they deserve it. Chris, this is not the team spirit that I want when I recruit different people.
Right. Also, you should not be talking about necks.
That's right. The guard comes back out, says Gustav will see our group. He then tells us to hurry up and wait in the room at the back. Then I thought this was Gustav's house, but it's the guild hall.
Yeah.
This house has NPCs.
Yes. There's a giant rug in there, by the way. Lady says this is where they hold meetings, but also it serves as Gustav's house. Did we already say that?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, go ahead.
The cook thinks Miss Lily has strong likes and dislikes.
Yeah?
This place is pretty well furnished. Definitely a rich, minor, barren compound.
Yeah, there's a kid's room that's got like stuffed animals and various toys scattered about the floor.
Also lots of plants, which I saw nothing else alive anywhere near Tinto. And I think that's like the mark of a rich guy if you've got plants in a dead town.
There's a room with a large piano here as well.
Nice, another rich guy object.
If you inspect it, it says fine piano.
Does it come to life and try to eat Mario?
There's also a bookshelf of musical scores in here. Down in the kitchen, by the way, there's firewood for cooking, a basket full of vegetables. Just to let you know.
Thank you. No, I'm glad you're telling me more of these.
Yeah. You can go upstairs. There's 4 bedrooms up there. Nothing of note except for a bookshelf featuring a book called The Lives of Heroes.
The sincerity with which you delivered that is very impressive. I thought you had more.
No.
But no, that was it. That's done. The Lives of Heroes. Also known as the Bible, am I right, Chris?
Excuse me, The Lives of the Heroes.
Okay.
Pardon.
Thank you.
All right, what's next? Main room party out.
Tactics plays.
Yeah.
Gustav, portrait character, is in a neatly tailored blue coat with utterly powerful eyebrows.
Yes, I have his eyebrows look like batarangs.
Speaks.
Also, he's got 2 sofas. What the fuck?
I would love to have 2 chairs. Or 2 couches, sofas, whatever. So you're the Fake Nuts Army leader, Lord Rio. It's just as the rumors say, you're still a boy. And does Rio's age have to disarm literally everyone? Like, I get that it would probably be like that in reality.
Yeah.
The child led an army of freaks and weirdos, but it's getting worn out in this game.
Yeah.
You have such thin arms. In Tinto, our boy's your age with arms twice as big. Ha ha ha.
I immediately thought this guy's going to be a fucking asshole, but he turns out to be all right.
I think it's one of those kind of things where, like, you think this guy's going to assault you with some toxic shit and his hand's all callous, but turns out he's all right.
Yeah.
He's fine.
He just happens to like guys that are strong as piss.
The assault on perceived masculinity that I was looking for. But Lord Rio, I've never seen a youth with eyes like yours. You have seen many things, I can tell.
Oh.
So there's where the respect comes from.
Yes.
Rio has haunted eyes.
Yeah.
Gustav then takes a step back, then continues, well, Lord Rio, about the reason you came here. But then Victor speaks for me, who cannot speak.
Yes.
I'll be straight with you. Let's join forces. Up until now, you've ignored our Fake Nuts Army, but I won't dwell on that. I know the zombies are coming this way. What do you think? We can lend you a hand. Gustav moves to stand in front of Victor. Says, well, you certainly were straight. Chris, is Victor straight? What do you think?
No.
It is true that we did not lend a hand to your Fake Nuts Army, We never thought that you would defeat Luca Blight, you see, but we recognize your strength now. We want reinforcements to face this enemy. And Chris, that's as good of an answer as I think you can get.
Yeah.
It's like, look, yeah, we didn't think so, but it turns out you can beat Luca, and my boy's eyes are haunted.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You could do it.
Gustav walks back to face Rio and says, Lord Rio, won't you lend your strength to Tinto? Not we'll help you, not lend us your strength, and we get a choice. We'll fight together, or I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Let's fight together.
Let's fight together, man. Gustav laughs. Both our sides join forces. We can force the Highland army out tomorrow. Victor respects this. Says tell Shu right away and have him send troops. First, though, let's crush the zombie forces between our fingers.
Ooh.
Koyu says, tight, we're going to go now. And we know these mountains like our own backyard. And he fucks off.
I thought the mountains are his backyard.
That's what I thought, too.
Gustav says to prepare the room for us. He says that we must be tired after coming to the mountains. Then he says, hey, Marlowe. Some dude with floofy hair and glasses that I've never seen in my entire life enters the room.
Bespectacled, bookish fellow, t-shirt and tie.
He seems to be some sort of manservant who has been ordered to take us to our room.
Yeah, this is definitely a manservant.
Yeah, we haven't had... There were several manservants in the first game, like Giovanni and Warren's manservant, the Towel Man.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Talman.
What was his name? Doesn't matter. Don't even want to know.
Initializing fakelet.
Taggart. His name was Taggart.
I'm in the bedroom. Heart-softening BGM 2 plays. Marlowe's like, yo, this is the place. Lord Rio, you're the Lord Rio who's the leader of the Fake Nets army, right? Wow, you're the strong warrior who defeated Luca Blight. You're about the same age as me, too. How did you get so strong? I'm always reading books, and I'm not strong at all, so everyone makes fun of me, and we get a choice. Either you can tell him, I'm not strong at all, or you're not up to the job.
I'm like, I'm not that strong. I'm just here.
Yeah, what happened to you?
Marlowe calls me on my lie. He says, after all, you're not like me. A leader who can lead everyone and strong enough to defeat enemies like monsters. You know, enemies like monsters. Lord Rio. And then I pressed the button too fast. Then he says, oh, sorry for talking like that. Well, I'll be going. He darts off.
Damn, well, I told this fool he's not up to the job.
Yeah?
He said, wow. Then says that I am strong, that everyone idolizes me like a hero in a book. Chris, that book you saw with the Legend of Heroes?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in his room.
My dude apologizes for being himself, then runs away to his room as Outskirts of Tinto resumes. I enter my room, but it's Anami who parties out.
Yeah, she says she's really tired.
But that's great, huh, Rio? I thought Gustav would be a scary guy, but he seems like he understands what we're saying.
Oh,
What
he's
did you do?
scary.
Sleep? He's very scary.
He can be both.
Threatening eyebrows. So yeah, let's go to sleep. Then Victor parties out and commands Anami not to wet the bed. Like, hey girl, don't piss yourself. Is that like a gentle ribbing bear man taunt?
I don't know, man. Like, Man Bear is just on one now. Then Amy gets steamed and says, who wets the bed?
That to me implies that she definitely has once during our journey. Pissed the bed once.
Birds in the morning.
Victor comes in to wake me up. Apparently I slept late this morning, and that's becoming a thing where Rio keeps oversleeping.
Yeah.
That's definitely for a reason.
He's passed out a couple times, too.
Ridley and Klaus have arrived already. Nanami then runs in, also having overslept, and delivers her good morning routine. Victor faces Nanami. She cry emotes and thinks it's unusual that Rio is already awake. I'm like, what? Outskirts of Tinto resumes, and we party up to go see Ridley and Klaus. I head into Gustav's room, and everyone's here. Music, tactics plays. Ridley greets me first, telling me he also brought the troops at the discretion of Lord Shu. Klaus says he's here because Shu ordered him to help Ridley, and I think this is like Shu giving Klaus like his first big boy assignment by himself.
Yeah. He's been deputized.
Gijimu pops up, saying he met up with Kuyo and he'll fight with us.
Huh.
Gustav is like, tight, you slept well. The music Suspicion plays. And Gustav starts listing all the remaining motherfuckers joining in this fight.
Did the little girl with pigtails ran in the room at this exact moment too, right?
Portrait character. She screams, father, father. Gustav stops the zombie army war battle meeting to ask Lily what's wrong.
Yes.
Nami replies with father. And then Gustav, because she's confused.
Yeah, and Gustav is also completely ignoring the fact that music changes to Suspicion, right? So Lily currently is the only one who knows why the music is playing. And she's trying to deliver this information to Gustav so he can move.
Without being so suspicious.
Yes. Come on.
Nanami hums for some reason. I have no idea why any of that shit is. Anyway, Lily screams that monsters have come, that scary goblins have come. She asks her father to drive them away. Gustav says, don't worry, leave it to me. And then he goes AWOL on our long-awaited plans to unite the armies and repel the demon threat. Victor says we should also leave because monsters are here.
Yeah. As we party back in, I remember that I forgot to get rid of Gingen.
Uh-oh. What level's he at, Chris? 8?
I think I leveled up a little bit.
Okay.
So, and sharpened his weapon
good
up
for
too.
Gingen.
Yeah, he's doing okay. We run outside and make our way to the front of town.
Fucking necklord.
is here. He's got a bunch of hunched over zombies with him. Necklord says, "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of Tinto. Good morning, Mayor Gustav. Good morning, everyone. It's a glorious day, isn't it?"
Before we left there, if you spoke to Ridley, he would wonder what the connection between Highland and zombies is, which I also wonder.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, Necklord did kind of work for the Scarlet Moon Empire.
A long time ago.
On behalf of Wendy. Victor steps up. Necklord calls him the stubborn one. Victor accuses Necklord of joining forces with the Highland Army. Necklord says that this has nothing to do with that. He just thought that it would be nice to create his very own kingdom here in the mountains.
Do you get a gentleman vampire charisma vibe from Necklord here when he says, "Dear me, look at this, you're a stubborn one, aren't you?"
Yes. I don't recall him being like that. Has he changed his personality? Is this the same Necklord?
That's a good question. Are there many Necklords? After we kill Necklord, does he like reform with different personalities?
There's always got to be a Lord of Nex. The Nex can't be out here being all lordless and whatnot.
But he continues, "Lord Gustav and citizens, I'd like you all to leave. Of course, if you become a zombie, you can stay in my kingdom."
Oh.
What a great technicality, Chris.
Thanks.
Gustav steps forward, unable to believe this shit. Necklord replies, "You don't seem to understand. I don't want too many zombies in my corpse kingdom, but you would make a fine addition in any case. Chris, should there be a vampire and zombie ethnostate? Is this reasonable?"
I don't think there should be ethnostates. That includes Wakanda. Open the borders.
God damn it.
And Israel.
Necklord tries to initiate a battle, but Victor steps forward and begs Necklord to wait. Necklord responds by evaporating, and his zombie army lines up in formation and marches away. I'm like, oh, well, that was a peaceful resolve. Chris, it was just a warning shot.
Yeah.
Gustav tries to come in with the save. "Hey, you guys, don't let him leave here alive." "Oh, he's already dead. Either way, I'll destroy you," he says to no one. Some townsfolk's hell yeah that sentiment, then we party up, fade to black.
Woo. We got some shit going on here, man.
Did you appreciate the pun about don't let him leave alive, but he's already dead?
Yeah, but you didn't have to, like, explain your joke.
Yeah.
Or was he, like, just noting the fact that he accidentally made a joke?
I think Gustav has been king shit here for so long that, like, he just assumes that people will laugh at his joke twice.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Eric, can't wait to find out what happens with Necklord. Good old Necklord. Back in town. Back in action. Just like the Real Net.
And Space Jam.
Initializing RealNet.
Woo! Hello, Real Net. Welcome back to the Real Net. I do kind of feel bad about Tales of Abyss, though, because people were really, really lobbying hard for that one. But
So do I. You want to go ahead and switch it out for Shadow Hearts?
I mean, the bouncer has spoken, right?
You recognize that Black Panther?
No.
Is the bouncer a liar?
Which bouncer? Sion? Or Sion? Sion? Bio?
Colafo?
Colafo?
Colafoo.
Colafo was a fucking plant.
Yeah. He worked for the
The cops. The bouncer cops. As Ninja says, this is when we were cutting games. Several people are typing. You know how it's on Discord when people go on fucking ape shit. It's pretty good. I love when we have good several people are typing moments on a relatively small Discord. Mr. Slyke says, Gimme Jew has that pink fur get up and I love it. Yeah, he's got some pink in the outfit.
Yeah, he's one of top 5 best dressed in this game.
Yeah, and Eric Van posts his character art, and he's also a dual axe wielder, just like our boy Koyu. John Doe says, "Oh shit, it's about to get Castlevania up in here." Yeah, once again.
Needs more holy water.
7-8 says it's time for contractually obligated vampires.
Can vampires even legally exist without Jesus Christ?
Because of the cross?
Yeah.
I mean, the cross had no meaning before Christ, right?
I mean, not the current, not the same meaning that it had afterward.
Is the power of the cross, that kills a vampire, does that have to be derived from Jesus Christ?
I think the holy water has to be blessed through a Christian God.
I think you're right. Or I think holy water is just to be blessed by a god.
I don't think so, because there's many bad gods.
So?
It is thus deemed holy if you have your certificate and whatever.
I don't know. Kal-El says, "How does a horse draw anything? They have no hands."
Damn, but ching.
Everyone says, "LC Chan punch kicker with the power of kicks in his punches."
All in the mind.
Dill 6 Row says there's a barcade that has a virtual on cabinet around here.
Oh my god, that's the promised.
We need a location. Mr. Slyke says, "I thought Chris had a stroke for a second." Probably when I was reading.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Eric Van says, Suikoden equals war, war equals life, Suikoden equals life. Can't argue.
Thoughtful logic.
7-8 says, they say cheaters never prosper, but they're dumb because I got 900,999 potch. John Doe says, my father, you mean my dad, chief.
My chief did.
7-8 says, We're in Crom is also the title of my Fire Emblem fan fiction.
Gross.
Yeah.
Is it like a Osmosis Jones type thing?
I hope so.
To be fully in somebody, you must be small.
Squeak says the only thing that Eric hates more than cards is lists of items.
Yes.
John Doe says, my name is Chris and I'm here to say barrel full of water and barrel full of hay. Oh no.
That made my stomach hurt.
John Doe says, oh man, a friend of Gene. Actually, that sounds like a euphemism. Yeah. I don't remember this happening, but Dragon Zord says, Chris saying don't piss the bed like Solid Snake has me rolling. Just imagining Solid Snake trying not to piss the bed, yelling, can't do it, it's no good. That's pretty funny.
To himself. To Mei Ling.
I can't shoot. Oh no.
Advising him on non-bed pissing strategies.
John Doe says, I'm a big fan of Necklord's well-bred vampire shtick. He's always been a little bit of a dandy. Naked Credit Guy says, what custom Patreon tier do I need to give to get Tales of the Abyss back in the game? I do feel bad about it, but you know.
I feel bad, but there's tough cuts.
Yeah, we always
do you
feel
want to
bad.
cut Xenosaga? Put Tales of the Abyss in?
Okay, well, thank you, Real Net. That was a glorious Real Net tonight, once again. So we'll see you in the next episode of Retrograde Amnesia. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on March 2nd, 2023. Find us on Twitter at RetroAmnesiaPod. Email us podcast at retrogradeamnesia.com. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/RetroAM, and get early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, and access to the Real Net. Thank you, Mark, for the introductory music.
You're welcome, Chris.
And until next time, Eric.
Chris, I'm sorry I pelted you with my notes.
Well, Eric, that's better than you pelting me with your nuts. And now you may go back to sleep. Say podcast.
I was in the dentist the other day, which is in J-Town across from El Nepal.
Yeah?
The window that I look at while my teeth get fucked with overlooks Rec Bar, Taylorsville Road, and that stuff.
Yeah?
And she was scraping my teeth hard because who the fuck flosses, right? And I pay for it every 6 months when I go and get the cleaning done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in quite a bit of physical pain, mouthful of blood. It's my fault, whatever. But then I see an 18-wheeler Cisco truck trying to back into Rec Bar for a food delivery, and he's blocking off all of Taylorsville Road. And he keeps fucking this up over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Would you keep looking at that because it stresses you out more, or would you shut your eyes?
I would keep looking at it.
I had to keep watching.
Yeah.
Eventually, I couldn't believe this. A guy got out of his car and was like arguing with him, and then the guy who got out of his car got in the Cisco truck and backed it in one.
Just fucking some guy
Yes,
that got
just
out of the
some
car. That's incredible.
Yes, so I'm glad I kept watching, even though it was stressing me out. Like, why can't this guy nail it?
Wow. I just looked at the thing and this is John Doe just says, hell yes, anime. Just made me laugh. We got to decide the matchups now.
What do you mean? They just vote, don't
No. We're going to do a bracket here. A Final Four bracket.
they? That is news to me. Okay.
Oh, I thought you knew this.
I don't pay attention to anything. What the fuck are you talking about?
Woohoo!
Tape.
Yeah, check the tape. All right, so it's going to be Xenosaga versus Shadow Hearts, Skies of Arcadia versus Final Fantasy 12. Them's the matchups. Gonna have to cut that intro down a little bit. It's been going for 15 minutes. Jesus Christ. Welcome to Retrograde. Saito Hajime from History and Anime is, a former Shinsengumi cop, or Shinsengumi turned cop, who is a major character in an anime that I have to disown because the creator is a pederast.
Oh, good.
No, not pederast. It's worse than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't wait till he dies so I can consume his content again. Not really that fucked up. It's kind of
Should let you keep going, dude.
I just don't want it. I don't
Hang
want
yourself.
I don't want him to profit from it. So he.
Steal everything.
That's true.
He's done.
Elsie-chan is okay. I forgot how to do this. Elsie. I was gonna play Death Stranding next, but that fucking Wulong game looks too cool.
I'm backed up on Team Ninja games. Sorry.
I might have to play that. It's Three Kingdoms with monsters.
Yeah, Stranger of Paradise. They already made that. I bought that. I still haven't played it. Come on.
I also bought a Kunio-kun game recently.
Good job.
It's called River City Saga 3 Kingdoms.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like fucking Yakuza Ishin, except for the Kunio-kun plays fucking Guan Yu. Yeah, I bought it to play with my kids, but the co-op fucking sucks. So I don't know.
Okay, look, you're done. You're fucking done. I'm cutting you off. Buzz. Fucking. Then I entered the bottom left NPC house.
Hold on. Let me try to see here. I guess I have items for this place.
Oh, how lovely.
But I don't know what house we're in. Old book. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yes, I am a Decepticon.
The
Dominator discs aren't working. Devastator's free of our control.
Not whacking to his heart content. He is not whacking to his heart. I'm just keep fucking my joke up.
Playtime!